Hello, YouTube. It is us, the Death Battle Boys. Me as Andrew as
And I just
the
want to
cat.
say, if any, sorry, Andrew, you can finish.
No, I just said Blaze the cat. Anyways, it's Flames of Disaster Man himself. Sean reviews.
And I just want to say to anyone out there who's watching this video, Ben's not here, so like I don't know if our last video got uploaded, but if you guys who are still complaining in the comments about, where are we getting the plush videos, guys, you're getting content, so shut up and watch.
Ben,
Yeah.
no offense, Ben did this whole like rant a lot better. But speaking
Yeah,
of
I know. I'm just saying,
Blitz,
for all 5 of you who didn't watch the video, there's gonna be someone in the comments who's gonna say that.
Probably, yeah.
speaking of which, holy mother of Arceus, this took way too freaking long to get around to watching. Holy, oh my gosh!
Yeah, like
A month later, a month later. Finally, we get this freaking thing. We get this freaking thing done after
Wait,
like
don't go down the
so
comment section. Don't
long.
go to the comment section. We'll spoil it.
No, don't worry. Don't worry. It didn't load. It didn't load.
But yeah, we're here. Math is not here because he's currently at his job, which fair enough. Not sure where Ben is, but the rest of us are here. This
Howdy.
as everyone is probably aware, this is uploaded not by Death Battle, but by John Scorcher himself, who, if anyone's familiar, is a old school countdown artist from like the very early 2000, from like the late 2000 or so. Like, I've been following this dude for years. Like, I was really young when I was watching his videos. Was like the Archer of Flame. I think Archer of Flame is that? I don't know.
Yeah, the Archer of Flame.
Yeah.
AKA the voice actor for Kane, which blew my freaking mind. But yeah, love Josh, and really happy the dude's a father and whatnot. Let's freaking go! And I'm happy he actually get a passion project like this out. So hooray! So yeah.
Good for him.
Also, he's a T1000 versus the Thing enjoyer. Let's go. I mean, I'm more of a T1000 versus Nemesis guy, but let's go.
Yep.
But yeah, let's. Oh yeah. Let's finally get this over with, and also play some Starfire really cool characters. I cannot wait to see how this goes, especially with how long this is. So yeah.
Yeah, I'll try not to pause as often, like with Simo versus Kyle Rayner. I only really do like before.
We didn't really pause that much, to be honest.
Yeah, like
no, we didn't pause that much. No.
Yeah, I'll try not to. Anyway.
Yeah, it's online.
Anyway, let's begin.
Finally, after this so long.
Oh boy.
Oh my god, like this intro is so good.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. A fiery Joker feature.
So we better get a Flame of Disaster joke in here.
Fiery fan fight.
Fiery fan fight.
Blaze the Cat, Princess of the Soul Empire, Protector of Dimensions, and Guardian of the Soul Emeralds.
Starfire, Princess of Tamaran, Liberator of Slaves, and Heart of the Teen Titans.
While most princesses bear the mantle of demure politicians, some passionate
Swan
souls like
Princess.
to take a more hands-on approach in defending their realms.
Like these two purple
I mean, hey, it could have been the
neighborhood
Swan
waiter
Princess
from another
Christmas.
planet. Fiery
Thankfully
heroines.
Now, there are some fair questions as to what we are taking as canon in this. For Starfire, we are considering the main comics, aka Starfire Prime, as our primary source.
But if there are some things in supplemental material, such as in Elseworlds, cartoons, or video games that don't flat out contradict the main series, we're including it.
As for Blaze, as she's originally a video game character, we'll be taking her game appearances as our primary.
Who's echoing?
But as long as there aren't any contradictions, we're also including the side games, IDW comics, and some snippets from Bumblecast as supplements.
So, no, we are not using the Archie Blaze here. Long story
Okay,
short,
it seems like a fair
less
fight.
interesting. He's Josh and I'm Laura.
Okay.
And we're here to analyze their powers, abilities, and stats to find out who would win a battle to the death.
Really?
Yeah, they copyright
Hey,
claimed
it's
them.
legally distinct. Beyond
Wait,
the
pause.
stars
I got a
is
joke.
an alien planet
What?
You know, it's it sounds like Death Battle, but due to international copyright law, it is not.
No, we should act like it is Death Battle.
Even
It
though it
is
isn't.
not.
of humanoids, born with
Let's
incredible
go.
strength and the inherent ability to absorb energy emitted from the sun and soar through the skies of their home. From this world, a savior, powerful and pure of heart, would arrive on our own planet, always holding back their immense strength for fear of hurting the innocent. Eventually, they
Superman?
would become a shining beacon of hope for the people of Earth. That's right. We're talking
Love the
about
editing here.
Princess Coriander of Tamaran. Cori, hey, that's our dog's name, was the second child of three
Aw.
siblings of Tamaran's royal family. Oh, middle child syndrome. In royalty, no less.
Yeah.
That historically turns out really well.
And here
Wait, I
it's
recognize
just
this
as
couple,
messy.
yeah.
Her elder sister, Commander, seemed ready to become queen. Before she could,
Wait,
a
was
childhood
she
illness
6'4"?
crippled her and she lost her birthright.
What?
Oh.
Commander not take this well.
Damn.
She attempted and failed to kill Cori, resulting in her own banishment.
Did she learn her lesson?
Yeah, that
well,
sucks.
no. Commander allied herself with the Citadel, a ruthless slaver empire that invaded most of their local star system. With her new allies, Space Scar here easily
Yeah.
conquered Tamaran. But to ensure peace and the safety of his people, the king, you know, her father, sold off his own baby girl to the Citadel as a slave.
Huh?
Dude, not cool.
Ah,
Best dad.
shit.
Judge.
Hi, Chris.
Well,
Bluey!
the king's
Bluey!
feeble defense.
Oh.
It was either that or have all his people be taken prisoner. Plus, he likely didn't know what they'd actually do to Cori, as she was tortured and especially abused by Commander and the Citadel for 6 years.
Oh,
until
no.
both sisters
Fuck
were
that.
kidnapped
Oh, no.
and experimented on by the
Oh.
sadistic scientist
Yeah.
species known as the Scions.
They used both sisters as guinea pigs for their experiments to see how much energy a Tamaranian can absorb before exploding into a pile of alien guts. This particular set of experiments went on for 10 years. Suddenly feeling like hugging my babies right now. 1 minute.
In an ironic twist,
Yeah, you
the
go do that, man.
Citadel invaded to free Commander,
do that,
and
man.
during the ensuing chaos,
Yeah.
Coriander was granted strange powers, which she promptly used to free herself and flee to the stars. Soon she arrived
Let's
on
go.
planet Earth, where she had a fateful encounter with the former sidekick of Batman, Robin. After that got
Hey!
sorted, she would find
Oh, boy.
safety and camaraderie with other heroes like Raven, Beast Boy, and Cyborg. These weirdos and goofballs became her family away from home, and she decided to protect Earth under the alias Starfire.
Let's go.
Ari, that's your cue.
I was getting baby huggies. Leave me alone.
You're lying.
The alien
Loki.
Starfire. You know, that's just the English translation of her name, right? Though wouldn't it have been funny if her superhero name was just the Spice Coriander? I mean, she is kind of spicy. Hehe.
Line.
Anyways,
Yo, Keyblade.
over
Fine.
time and with a few adventures under their utility belts, these young underdogs would become known as the Teen Titans. Starfire proved to be an incredible asset to the Titans thanks to her alien physiology. Tamaranians are descended from a feline race. Yeah, really, what are the odds? And they're super strong, super fast, super durable, and they can
That
fly
I was
big.
not
Because of
expecting
the
that.
Scion experiments, she can fire beams of solar energy.
These solar rays are her starbolts. The only good thing to come from those horrific experiments. They can burn as hot as a star and even affect intangible beings. Over time, she learned to expel them from her body in dozens of creative ways, though she seems to favor the simple approaches of firing them through her eyes and from her hands.
She can shape them to use as
Yeah.
energy shields, implode them to suck in nearby energy, or even focus all the energy she has into an omnidirectional supernova, which can instantly vaporize people arguably more powerful than she is. However, it's incredibly draining to use, so it's a bit of a desperation move. Starfire is hot,
Yeah.
figuratively and very literally, as the flames that burst from her literal metal-melting body can survive in the vacuum of space and last from planet to planet.
Similar to Kryptonians, Tamaranians can absorb energy, specifically ultraviolet radiation, which is nice because our sun gives off plenty of that. Usually after just a few hours of sunbathing, she's in good shape for a few days. While Starfire can absorb other types of energy or radiation to fuel her own abilities, such as solar or electromagnetic, if it's too foreign to what she's used to, then it could exhaust her or put her into a coma.
That said, she adapts to it pretty quickly once she wakes up. She also has some other powers that seem kind of left field, like astral projection, mental resistance, or learning any language by lip contact. That must have made Robin feel so special when he found that.
Dang!
Even without her powers, she's deft in both hand-to-hand
Sick.
combat and swordsmanship due to her Tamaranian and Okaran training, as well as sparring with members of the Justice League. She's beaten Wonder Girl a few times, and an already incredibly skilled swordsman couldn't track her. So he ended up losing his hands.
Ooh.
Oh.
After some time, Star proved herself to be a decent leader of
That's
the
gonna
Titans.
hurt.
And why wouldn't she?
Yeah.
She's clearly the glue that holds them together, as every time she leaves, no really, every single time, the Teen Titans fall apart. Rekmaz indeed.
Yeah, Starfire often comes across as a naive airhead, but pretty much all her faux pas are caused by simple culture shock. In fact, Star is deceptively clever and has quite a few tactical successes under her belt, even though she's clearly more comfortable deferring to more experienced people's plans rather than making up her own.
Sure, most initiative Corey takes usually boils down to hit it really hard, but when you're tanky enough to survive a blast from Sinar and powerful enough to blast through a ship built to survive supernovas, do you need to be strategic all that often?
She also crashed through a skeletal Trigon skull.
Debatable.
Keep in mind, a being with a tenth of his power is easily capable of destroying a universe. She's fought at the level of other DC heavy hitters like Firestorm, several Lantern Corps members, Manhunters, and even held her own against Wonder Woman.
Yeah, the same Wonder Woman that helped pull Earth back into orbit. The same Wonder Woman who regularly outfoxes the tactical genius and god of war Ares, and the same Wonder Woman who deflected every piece of the Shattered God flying across the DC universe.
At minimum, the DC universe is 100 trillion light years across, but more recent calculations put that number at 56.77 nonillion. At the low end, that puts Wonder Woman's speed at 56 quintillion times faster than light. At the high end, well, that puts her at, give or take, 1.5 undecillion times the speed of light.
So yes, Starfire briefly held her own against that Wonder Woman. Twice. Okay, yes, Diana wasn't going all out in their scuffle, so Star's probably not that fast, especially considering it consistently takes her some time to fly back 26 light years to Tamaran's cosmic neighborhood. But hey, Star can still tag people like Jessie Quick. Sure, she's a lower tier speedster, but she's a lower tier DC speedster. Context matters.
Starfire survived the equivalent of a Chernobyl meltdown in her face, and could even survive a cosmic storm that was moving the trillions of light years sized DC universe off balance and threatened to create an unprecedented warping in the space-time continuum.
Starfire got knocked around a bit, but she was mostly fine. You can see why it's no surprise that she's often referred to as the strongest
Is it over
type.
already for
I know
Blaze?
Josh was joking at the start, but it really feels like she's the closest we've gotten to a
No.
true female Superman in personality and in powers.
Make no mistake, Starfire's capable of godlike feats. Wow, that comic is really on the nose. But unfortunately, that power is often turned against her. Plus, Corey's caring heart causes her to both bullheadedly charge into danger and hold back her power, often making her a liability in a team fight. Clever foes can and do take advantage of this, and as a result, she's lost many of her battles. And that's not getting into some of her less appealing aspects.
Oh, no.
What life did they do to my baby?
Unfortunately, writing Corey has proven challenging, as she has many traits that are difficult to balance. Many writers have succeeded, but others often lean too heavily on one or the other, leading to Flanderization, such as New 52, or...
No, out of my house.
Oh no.
Give me not in this studio, Satan.
Hey,
Even Ari is like, hell nah.
You know how many episodes of that there are? So many.
Saps.
Most importantly, Starfire's power has a lot of caveats.
DC's biggest jobber, that's crazy.
Doing that leaves her so fatigued she'll pass out for days or even weeks. Second, without a consistent source of ultraviolet light, she risks quickly burning through all her stored energy. And
Sucks at
thirdly,
tennis.
her powers are connected to her emotional state. If she feels driving emotions like joy or righteous fury, her powers often get stronger, even entering a berserker state of extreme strength and nigh invulnerability, allowing her to briefly surpass Donna Troy and Mon-El combined. If she were to feel stifling emotions like despair, fear, confusion, or even feel nothing, her powers greatly weaken.
But that's not really a huge deal, as it's only gotten that bad, never, I think. In fact, her cheerfulness is so indomitable that she achieved the power of a blue lantern, the Lantern Core of Hope. Remember, lantern rings can create light-based constructs from anything in the wielder's imagination. Heck, one time John Stewart created a whole solar system with his. Speaking of, whenever a blue lantern is around a green lantern, it unlocks literally the most power in the Lantern Core emotional spectrum. And yeah, Starfire had access to one of those. Until Hal Jordan confiscated the ring, that jerk.
What? Why?
Well, he felt she was too young.
That doesn't sound right. Let me see.
Dang.
Ari, this is a comic for kindergartners.
And it's canon, it's still Starfire, and that other legally distinct show has taken from weirder sources.
Ari.
No, you're
true.
giving me this. It makes perfect sense. Her Flesh and Blood sold her into torture and has tried to kill her on multiple occasions. Even her best friend tried to kill her on her wedding day, and she's still a bright ray of sunshine.
Well, that doesn't necessarily mean that.
Corey has
Digital
every reason to
circus.
hate the world, heck, even to destroy it. And you're telling me she's not worthy of being a Blue Lantern when she can look at a heartless
yeah,
bigot
this
who views her as
episode.
less than nothing and would rather die than be
Yeah.
saved by her and still say,
You may not value my life, but I still value yours.
Yeah, Hal did her dirty.
exactly. Checkmate.
After taking back her home planet, joining the Justice League, and also raising
Bro,
a
I
family
love
of her
Ari.
own,
She's
Starfire
awesome.
would be recognized as a burning glory for those in need. When you see a woman in the sky with hair of burning flame, no evil will fall behind her might and her smile.
That was actually really insightful.
That was pretty good.
Wait, can you pause real quick? I need to use the bathroom
Oh,
real
damn.
quick.
12 minutes in.
Like 12 minutes?
Dang.
Holy crap.
I cannot wait for Blaze. Oh, I'm excited to see my girl.
Oh, okay.
That was
that's
a lot to take
in.
in.
That's a lot.
Yeah,
I mean, hey, I appreciate that over anything, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you know, it's good though. Like what? I did
Yeah.
not know Starfire had technically had a freaking Blue Lantern ring.
Yeah, like,
yeah.
holy shit.
And we know
Hey,
how
I-
freaking
okay.
powerful those suckers are, thanks to freaking Kyle Rayner.
My boy. But anyways, let's go to my girl Blaze. I'm so excited.
Unless we have a
Looking to add
sponsor.
a little anime flair to your tabletop
Oh, yeah.
adventures?
Mine
Check
too.
out the
Mine
Multiverse
too.
universe
Mine
that
too.
we are all
What's up? There we go. There we go.
There
ahead.
we go.
Multiverse theory posits that we are all living in just one variation of countless universes, full of alternate versions
Which is
of
scary.
each and every one.
Wait,
in some,
hold up. I'm sorry. Hold on a minute. I just
Oh
saw
my god,
something. Hang on a minute.
countless
Okay,
universes, full of
Nice, man.
You see it?
Wait,
Wait,
give me a second, give me a second.
My mouse is on it.
Oh, yo, Rick!
is that?
Rick!
It's-
I never noticed that
Oh,
in the
Rick.
previews.
It's
Because
multiverse.
I actually saw the previews
gosh.
like a while ago. I saw the previews when they were coming out.
Yeah.
Hello,
Well,
Rick.
Multiverses is dead.
Hey,
Oh
Rick.
man. What? Oh man.
Your
yeah,
multiverse is
Well, this was
gone.
before.
Yeah, this
yeah,
was before it
before
shut
Multiverse
down
was out.
officially. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
alternate versions of each and every one. In some, I could be a famous football player, or Aramau could like Teen Titans Go.
Horrifying. But in the world of Sonic lies
Zorro.
another dimension of our favorite blue hedgehog, the Soul Dimension. It's not that much different. I mean, it even has its own version of the Egghead. Biggest difference is that in this version,
Yeah.
Sonic is a purple cat
Who's
girl
gonna say the name?
princess. Yeah, it's weird that there's two. If I had a nickel for
This is
Got it.
Blaze, a descendant
No.
of a royal family who have protected their sacred treasure, the jeweled scepter, for generations. From birth, Blaze was gifted power over fire, so she could eventually
hug
become
her
the
and release
guardian of the
pirates.
jeweled
She's
scepter,
3-1,
as well
that's
as the
so
soul emeralds,
small.
a dimensional counterpart to the chaos emeralds.
Too bad she just couldn't actually control her powers, like, at all. And it kind of made any potential friends shun her, just because she didn't automatically know how to control flames that literally shoot out of her soul. Kids bully each other for the dumbest reasons. Like,
Oh,
can
Johnny
you
Depp.
do it?
Like this.
I don't think so.
Because of that, Blaze would come to see her powers only as a curse. Coupled with the political duties of princesshood, rife with people lying to her every day, she grew up lonely, mistrustful, and bitter. But everything changed when Eggman came to her dimension and stole the Soul Emeralds.
It's
Thanks to her connection
always
to said
the
emeralds,
guy.
Blaze was able to follow him. She knew what she had to do.
Always has
Retrieve the
been.
emeralds she
He's
was
the
sworn to
mastermind
protect and
behind
return
everything.
home.
Unfortunately, a lifetime of isolation and independence made her butt heads with everyone who could possibly help her, like Knuckles, who she chumped and left buried under a pile of rocks. After learning what it
Damn.
truly means to have friends from Cream, of all people,
Princess
not Twilight
Arca-
Sparkle, and the Blue Blur himself knocking a little sense into her, she learned that sometimes it's okay to trust others with the fate of the world.
After Rush, Blaze returned to her home dimension and would find herself encountering Sonic on many more occasions, fighting more villains, making new friends, and becoming a recurring member of the cast. She even became a part of Team Rose.
Ah,
Oh.
replacing the
Hey.
other purple cat. Good call.
Blaze is an Olympic-level athlete and acrobat with uncanny spatial awareness. Over time, she's learned to master her pyrokinetic abilities and use them in conjunction with her physical skills.
She's got all kinds of moves, but most often Blaze uses her flames
I
and
thought you said
ballet-like
boobs.
acrobatics to spin like a fiery Tasmanian devil. She can propel
No, I
herself
swear,
in
it sounded like
bursts,
she said
fly
boobs.
through the air, dash fast enough to create after images, shoot fireballs, and I think she teleported there. Jury's out on that one. Ian Flynn won't return
Looks
my
like
calls.
it.
This deep connection with flames not only allows her to erase lesser beings of fire, but it allowed her to seal within her the entity known as Iblis, the raw power of the multiversal threat Solaris. This demon burned the entire planet and left it in a state of ruin for 200 years.
Hang on, if she's just from another dimension, how did Blaze manage to be in Silver's apocalyptic far future? Or be a descendant of a well-known historical figure in Mobian history?
Well, several sources assert that Blaze actually originates from the future, but something happens after or during the events of Sonic 06. That something causes Blaze to be reincarnated.
What?
Wait, what was the explanation?
Yeah, a second.
Several sources assert that Blaze actually originates from the future, but something happens after or during the events of Sonic 06. That something causes Blaze to be reincarnated as the Soul Dimension's princess 200 years before Silver's time. We just don't have confirmation of what that something is yet.
And if Solaris got erased from time, is Iblis still in her soul or not? Oh, I do not envy the rider who has to untangle this timey-wimey Gordian knot.
Ugh. Anyways, like Sonic, Blaze has access to several different power-ups, such as shields, mind-affecting items like stun or confusion. She also has ring time, which can transform enemies into rings, and when she was teleported to Eggman's amusement park, she had access to 3 specific wisps.
The cyan laser grants an enormous speed boost and rips through enemies like paper. The yellow drill can easily move underground, making it great for surprise attacks. And the indigo asteroid reduces everything into rubble within its vicinity.
But even without power-ups, she's managed to keep up with Sonic, who, need we point out, has some insane feats under his belt. Sonic can escape all dimensions just by running, or defeat villains like Infinite, who can create dimensions that go on infinitely in base form. But one of the biggest would come from Sonic's friends, as they reacted to Solaris' fusion, which conjured a light that consumed the universe in 23 seconds. At minimum. That's 120 quadrillion times faster than light. And that's not even accounting for the fact that Solaris exists in all time, past, present, and future.
And considering Blaze was able to catch Knuckles off guard and fought Sonic to a stalemate, Blaze can keep up with all of that. And even before Sonic met Blaze, he'd fought Emerald, who absorbed enough chaos energy to power the final Egg Blaster. That sucker destroyed a whole constellation.
Considering the distance and gravitational binding of each star, that's worth at least 465 exaphone, or 465 quintillion supernovas. That kind of power can blow up galaxies, or even shake the entire universe. But her greatest power lies within the gems she was destined to protect, the Soul Emeralds. These debatably sentient jewels are often compared to the Chaos Emeralds, and have similar capacities of unlocking unlimited power.
Basically, they're like Chaos Emeralds, but fiery, and shaped like actual cut emeralds, and tied more to order than chaos, and can warn about upcoming cataclysms. And if you don't know what you're doing with them, they explode in your face. Okay, there's actually quite a few differences. The overall power level is the same in the ways that actually matter. They also grant Blaze her most powerful transformation, Super Blaze!
Actually, it's Burning Blaze.
Does it matter?
Oh, that's cool.
It does exactly what Supersonic does with Sonic. It increases their strength, speed, and durability to absurd amounts.
Burning Blaze shot a
Man,
jet
this
of
is way too
flame
hot.
that
I need some
instantly
water.
vaporized a large ship of the Egg Fleet. Given the vapor point of basic steel, that fire would have to be at least 3,000 to 6,000 degrees Celsius with an explosive pressure of at least 100,000 psi.
For context, that's a fire blast as hot as a red dwarf star delivered with the force of a nuke. And that's the minimum, considering many ships of the fleet can withstand multiple attacks from the multi-solar system power of base Sonic. So this flame was likely hotter than a blue sun with a zetapho of power behind it. She can also smash through meteors moving at... Josh, how fast is she going here?
Well, considering this is happening in a wildly fluctuating dimensional rift where neither time nor space functions properly, as Burning Blaze, her speed is technically immeasurable.
Oh no!
Oh no!
While in the Exception Rift, Supersonic and Burning Blaze fought the Egg Salamander, which had already drained the Chaos and Soul Emerald's energies to power it. The two Eggmans planned to use their powers to collapse and merge Sonic's and Blaze dimensions to form a dream Eggman land that transcends dimensions. Given how smart the guys are, I believe them, especially since those two did the impossible and managed to unleash an attack that actually bypassed Superform invincibility.
And that's not even the craziest part. Before this, Blaze had given up all hope of victory since the Soul Emeralds had been drained of their power. Sonic, who's definitely had this sort of thing happen before, then makes her realize that the Soul Emerald's power comes from special bonds, thus completely recharging the Soul Emeralds.
Wait. Are you saying that the
Closure.
power of
Kingdom Hearts.
friendship restored the multiversal strength of
With
the
the
Soul
power of
Emeralds?
friendship.
Those ponies really are onto something. Seriously, when did this turn into MLP? And it tracks, as Sonic, Shadow, and Silver
BC.
Superforms were able to fight against Solaris, a superdimensional
I
life
don't
form
know.
that would consume all existing timelines of all dimensions.
Sonic's Superform could also fight the Time Eater, which nearly erased all of time
yeah,
and
that
space of their
creature.
franchise's cosmology.
Tails
And
too?
even then, all that pales
Tails
in comparison to
too.
defeating the End, which referred to itself
Between
as
Oh, the moon
infinite
is gonna piss on
compared
it.
to Sonic's past adversaries, as well as calling Super Sonic something that transcends law and time.
Gotta be-
And considering Blaze fought Sonic
Bro,
on
I still
even
gotta play
ground, and the
Frontier.
Soul
I
Emeralds are
have that
comparable
game
to
and
the
all that,
Chaos
but, oh well.
Emeralds, she has access to all
Gratification's
that
reward, that's cute.
power.
Well, most of it anyway. The Soul Emeralds don't seem to have their versions of common Chaos abilities, or if they do, Blaze hasn't used them yet. That's kind of weird. We've seen Chaos Control with the Chaos Emeralds and Chronos Control using a Time Stone. Shouldn't there be like a Soul Control?
Theoretically, yes.
Oh,
but either
Doctor
Blaze
Strange
doesn't
stuff?
know
That would
that
be
the
crazy.
technique exists, or it doesn't exist at all because it hasn't been
man.
shown yet.
Really? That sort of idea just
Bro.
writes itself. You'd think they'd jump on that.
Agreed, but as it stands, the Soul Dimension is a place we unfortunately don't know that much about, and the stuff we do know is pretty limited. For instance, the Jeweled Scepter that Blaze guards apparently contains more power than the Chaos and Soul Emeralds, but we've seen so little of it, we don't know what it's fully capable of. We do know a bit about Blaze, though, both her strengths and weaknesses.
Yeah, Blaze is more emotionally stable and works better with a team nowadays, but she can fall back into old habits when no one's around to offer a second opinion.
Wait,
Still
this
a far
like
cry from how she
awful?
used to
Huh?
act, or in the
Archie
Archie
Comics
comics.
Resident
Like,
Jobber.
cheese,
No.
princess, who's spitting your morning tea?
Also,
Can't
like
cook.
the other super forms in the series, the god-slaying, dimension-shattering, burning blaze transformation does have a time limit and isn't truly invincible. Hit her really, really hard and you can stun her or knock her back. Though one of her biggest weaknesses is a rather odd one. She has a fear of heights.
Wait, seriously? But she's fighting
What?
in space. That's like a bajillion feet in the air. How could you be afraid after that?
Well, it likely took a lot of mental discipline to overcome, because as long as she
Ooh,
focuses
wait.
on ignoring how high she is, her acrophobia isn't
So-
triggered.
She doesn't
So
look
wait,
down.
she runs on a souped-up version of Don't Look Down?
Yeah, pretty much.
Ah, so it's like Sonic and his hatred of water. I know she's supposed to be the alternate universe Sonic, but the only thing she seems to have in common with him are that they're both brave, confident, speedy heroes. They're so different, yet weirdly similar.
Well, it's more than just that. Everything about Blaze and Sonic make them perfect foils. The Soul and Chaos Emeralds that they're respectively connected to are described like North and South poles, seemingly opposed yet essential to each other's existence. Blaze, embodying the flame, is complemented by Sonic, the embodiment of wind, whose oxygen fuels the fire. Blaze is a disciplined, solemn royal with a serious attitude, contrasting Sonic, a spontaneous, free-spirited, and fun-loving vagrant. Even their combat styles and transformations, Blaze's balletic grace versus Sonic's breakdance-like fluidity, Burning Blaze's red and yellow versus Supersonic's yellow and red. They're opposites, but not in opposition. Like yin and yang, it's a perfect parallel harmony.
Anti-Blaze would be kind of likewise very reckless and bold and in your face.
So almost like Sonic, but cranked up to 11.
Wow, they really put a lot of thought into this. Blaze tries to give
Oh,
off that
God,
air of the
this one.
stoic, duty-bound royal, but deep down, she's just a burned soul who wants to give this whole friendship thing a genuine shot. As long as she lives, Blaze will
Aw.
protect the emeralds, her dimension, and her new friends at any cost, even her own life.
Hey, that's a little bit.
Okay.
So who wants to take bets? Who wants to put your bets down? I'm kind of nervous. I don't know who to vote for.
That was
Okay, look, I
Yeah.
know.
that was a lot to take in. To
I
be honest.
know. Look, I know Starfire is like a DC Herald. I know, but I'm gonna go for Blaze. I think she got it.
I'm going Blaze too.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I'm
going for Blaze
I'm going
too.
to Blaze. I'm going with Blaze too.
Yeah, me too.
You know what? I'm gonna go for Blaze.
I think
Yeah,
I'm
this was
just
a-
getting a bit of a like a
again.
freaking like I think I have like too much of an ego boost or whatever that's called because because after like Simone beating Kyle in the episode we just watched, I kind of have like some confidence that like DC characters can lose to like non-Marvel characters, so
Yeah.
we'll see.
I just think that like
Given
sorry, go ahead, Ton.
yeah, given that there was so much to take in from those two, I probably would go with Blaze, to be honest.
Yeah. Okay. Here's the thing, though. I can sort of see Blaze winning because she's more level-headed than Starfire, who is sort of naive.
And anything else?
Also, the fact that like Starfire is way more aggressive, so like Blaze could use that to her advantage.
Yeah, but
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
but Sean, here's the thing. Blaze is also kind of like that too. She has that same fighting mentality of just go in, hit hard, and think of questions later. Only really has like a backup plan.
But like
really,
at the same time, though, she was able to keep up with Supersonic, who literally fought the God of Time twice.
Yeah.
This man Sonic be fighting gods like for like so many games.
Like
remember when like back in like the first game, like Sonic just beats up like a crazy scientist who wants to like freaking roboticize life.
Yeah,
now he's
like,
going toe to toe with gods. Like, look at my boy, he's going places.
Yeah, I just think that like with the abilities that Blaze can adapt and like use, and also her just in general, she's just way too fast and agile for Starfire, and debatably like
true.
Or like even like let's say hypothetically that like Starfire could somehow manage to like absorb Starfire like fire or whatever. There's a chance that like that power may even be like too much for her. Remember, like Starfire has a kind of limit to how much she can absorb.
That is true. True. We'll see.
Anyway, another
What's up?
ad thing.
Need a gaming PC that's powerful, reliable,
Oh, yeah,
and custom
definitely.
built. Just
Yeah.
at checkout to get a significant discount off your order. Level up your game with Glitch Energy
Like we
today.
got 2 ads. Okay, here we go.
Man,
And that's it for the evidence. Before we get started, what do the fans think about this matchup?
Well, according to their votes,
the fans.
It appears the people believe
Ooh.
Starfire is going to handily win this.
Oh, wow.
Uh-oh.
Well, let's see what the fighters have to say about it.
It's time for a legally distinct battle to the death. I'm working on it.
All right. Oh, Adventure 2?
Ooh.
It's always New York.
Alright.
New York is never safe.
Nightwing, I'm having none of the luck finding the jewel
hands on.
thief.
Just keep looking, Starfire. They couldn't have got him far. Try retracing your
Good
steps.
fight, Kalakuma.
Nightwing out.
What?
Did you see that?
What?
Finally.
I wish I donated
Now
to
I
like
can
the whole
leave this strange
donation
dimension.
I have
thing.
found you, thief
Enough
of the
of this
red
fight.
jewel. Return what you have stolen, or...
Oh wait a minute. Here we go.
Oh!
We are going to be the greatest of friends. We shall celebrate
Hey.
Lord
Aw.
together, and I will order the
Oh,
mustard
my
with...
back.
Oh,
Mustard with
Don't you
pizza on
dare
top.
touch me again.
Okay, we don't have to be friends, but you must hand over that jewel.
I am the guardian of these emeralds, and I will not let you take them.
Hey, let's go!
oh,
Oh, okay.
oh, oh,
Oh.
girl.
Yeah.
Got this.
Uh-oh, laser.
Oh no, it's no.
Uh-oh.
Too high! Too high!
Dang!
I am sorry to disappoint you, but I am stronger than I look.
Oh no, she's gonna go burning.
Already?
Oh man, I think Liz is
You
done.
like to play with fire?
Already, I see.
What, if Blaze gonna hit him?
You can't escape me!
Kadoosh!
I won't! Don't give up, Star!
You got this, girl!
You can do this, Star! Don't you dare to give up, Starfire!
We believe in you.
Starfire?
Oh no, it's
Starfire, can
over.
you hear me?
It's over. Power friendship.
Corey!
Enraging
Oh.
Wait, the blue bastard!
When all seems lost in the war of light. Oh no, you don't!
Oh,
Look to the stars!
the Blue Lantern.
For hope!
Oh boy.
Whoa!
Oh, what's that?
Oh boy.
We could have been friends. But you chose
No,
this.
it's over.
No, hang on, hang on.
I think I lost this one. Damn.
Hang on.
Right.
Hang on.
Giving up already?
Right.
Come on, Blaze. I thought you were stronger than that.
Wait, what?
It's not over yet. But it's not over yet.
No more! No! I won't fall here! Not when my friends need me! How is she this powerful?
Wait.
Oh, wait!
That energy.
Maybe I can. How? Stopping that! Ah, yes! I can absorb it!
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh wait, that's too much!
Oh, it's too much.
I called it! I called it!
Oh boy.
Oh my god.
That's
Oh
great.
my.
Run! The fireworks!
Wait,
How can she absorb the Soul Emerald's power?
absorb it.
It's impossible unless she's
Yes.
like me. Which means
Hey, we got a like me
I
moment.
can stop this!
What the?
Hope.
Holy crap.
I have
What
hope
the
there is another time and
Wait.
place
Oh, she's
where
dead.
we are
Wait!
friends.
No!
He's... Oh.
We won!
Strangely,
What?
hope so too.
cost?
What cost, mates? What cost?
Wait, pause.
Wow.
Wait,
So we were all right. Blaze did win.
Yep, she won.
We did it.
I got one!
Yeah, we did it. We did it.
Awesome!
Yeah.
The thing is, if you notice in the fight,
Yeah.
Blaze never actually got a hit in.
Oh,
You got a couple of hits in.
yeah.
Like,
yeah, wait, no, she got like some hits.
Oh.
Wait, okay, I
some
thought
hits,
it
but
was
not like most of the time
I
she was
think
blocking
she,
it.
yeah, she'd only got a few couple hits.
Yeah, but yeah, you're kind of right, Sean. You did get a couple of hits in, but like most of the time, Starfire was just blocking it or dodging.
Dude, so Blaze
Bro,
literally won by
that-
only getting 0 hits in. What the hell?
I mean, hey, she took notes from the doctor, I guess.
I guess.
But man, okay, I'm okay. I know I should be happy, right? I know I should be happy that Blaze won, but like, bro, if y'all did not have to include in that ending, I probably would have been just as fine. But no, you had to include in that last part of the episode. Josh, Ari, writers of this episode, why would you do this to us?
On the first episode of the new series, no less.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
Wait, honestly,
But okay.
sorry, God.
No, you go. It's all right.
I was just saying, I was like, that is like semi in character for Blaze to at least try to like save the one that's like suffering out of power and pain.
Yeah. It's I hope somebody drew fan art of like an alternate ending where like these two actually are friends and whatnot. I need that.
That would be nice.
God. Actually, wait. I could commission jersey of that. Maybe someday.
We'll see. All right, let's see what their reason.
What is their explanation? Because I'm very curious. Like the DC Herald lost to a non-Marvel character. I'm curious.
This is why you shouldn't try to hug cats. But wow, that fight was nuts. Are both of them actually capable of all that?
Well, yes. While Blaze had more advantages in the fight overall, these two were equal in a surprising amount of ways.
Their skills and power sets bounce so well off each other that this was honestly pretty tricky to figure out. So let's go through the relevant categories one by one. How do they fare in the speed department?
Both combatants hail from universes known for their insane speed feats, but Starfire consistently struggles to keep up with higher tier DC fighters. Even if we highball her interstellar travel feats, she can't keep up with Blaze's teleportation, outspeeding Knuckles, or moving in spaces unbound by time.
Yeah.
In fact, Starfire's best showing of speed comes from Teen Titans Go.
We're not kidding. Apparently this Starfire did jumping jacks so fast that she nearly disrupted the space-time continuum. However, she wasn't fully in control and was able to hear Robin telling her to stop, which means she wasn't fully out of sync with the normal flow of time. The fairest interpretation is that she approached immeasurable speed but didn't quite reach it.
Even if she did, Blaze has multiple feats of directly achieving immeasurable speed on her own and scaling to it via Sonic. Even with the small boost from the Blue Lantern ring, Starfire can't reliably compete with Burning Blaze.
Sure, Starfire's managed to hit one or two
Wait, I'm
DC
sorry, can you
characters
pause
who
real
could
quick?
supposedly
Because I have
achieve
something to share.
What?
What's up?
So the voice actress for Starfire in this episode posted on Instagram as well. I got to voice Blaze in a comic dub of the Sonic series. So she got to voice Blaze and Starfire.
Oh, cool.
That's pretty interesting.
Ironic.
Interesting.
Ironic.
That's funny.
Yeah, this kind of makes sense because like Blaze has like way more like showings of her being faster. Or consistent.
I mean, if you could keep up with Sonic, I think you got it.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Measurable speed, but they clearly weren't going their fastest during these incidents. Admittedly, comparing any two fighters' immeasurable speed feats does get into weird and cerebral territory. While our combatants are in the same ballpark, Blaze just has more consistently high showings, and she doesn't need a multi-week nap after going that fast. Point for Blaze.
Both Blaze and Starfire have surprising similarities when it comes to battle instincts and strategic thinking. They often defer to their teammates for plans, but both have shown they can cleverly think around a problem when needed. Both also have tempers that can create openings for their opponents. But that's where the similarities end, and Starfire demonstrates her clear advantage.
While Blaze has taken steps to mitigate her acrophobia, if she's caught off guard, her concentration can waver and cause her to get blindsided more easily. Also, Blaze's techniques and fighting style are extremely telegraphed and showy, making them quite predictable compared to Starfire. While Blaze has trained for years to be the Soul Emerald's guardian, that was mostly done on her own. Corey has formal combat training with the Okarans, on top of years scrimmaging with a team to prepare for anything related to battle. Point for Starfire.
Experience isn't as cut and dry as you might think. Starfire has many more examples of fighting dozens of diverse, multiversal level enemies, whereas with Blaze, you can count those types of foes on one hand. That we've seen anyway. However, when it comes to comparing their win-loss records, Corey comes up a bit short.
But hold on, there's nuance to this. Yes, Starfire loses all the time, and that's really annoying from a narrative standpoint, and from a fan standpoint. But look at the people she loses to. People like Orion, Mongol, and Wonder Woman. She got her teeth kicked in, sure, but the fact that she fought them and didn't die should not be discounted.
Yeah, to say that Blaze is more experienced based on that would just be disingenuous. Plus, Corey has fought plenty of foes like Blaze. Vice versa, not so much, but she still faced a pretty significant number of foes. Tough call, but Starfire gets a slight edge here.
In fact, Starfire had a lot of natural counters to Blaze's extra arsenal. Her powerful mental resistance could resist the confusion and stun items, and even though the Indigo Wisp could easily nullify her Starbolts, Corey's insane durability would allow her to resist being turned into mulch.
While the Blue Lantern Ring could potentially heal Starfire or supercharge her regular powers with a surge of positive emotion like hope, a Blue Lantern's usual augmentations are severely hampered in a mono-e-mono fight like this because it requires a Green Lantern Ring in close proximity to reach its full potential. Without that, the most it's able to provide is a
No, they're making a good point, because, like, the blue ring needs the kind of, if you want full power, more power, they need to have the Green Lantern, like, ring right next to them. Bye.
Starfire doesn't really have like a Green Lantern ring, does she?
Yeah, and since it's a mono-e-mono fight, 1v1, like, there's no one else there with the Green Lantern ring, give her that extra boost power.
So she could have won. She could have won had there been a Green Lantern nearby.
Yeah, but that would have been, like, outside help, which is not really allowed in versus battles, like, unless it's, like, a duo fight.
Thank God.
Yeah.
So,
Thankfully.
So yeah, really, like, even though, like, the blue Lantern ring is impressive, yeah, but it's like, I mean, it's like, with just a 1v1, it's not that great. It only really helps you a tiny bit. That's the whole point I was gonna make.
Power boost and simple energy constructs.
And while Starfire's no slouch with strategy or creativity, we don't know how effective she'd actually be using those constructs without a lot of speculation. Thanks, Hal. Ultimately, the Soul Emeralds gave Blaze an edge that Starfire didn't really have an answer to, except for maybe one, her absorption ability.
Starfire has managed to absorb several unusual kinds of energy, but it has its limitations.
Exactly.
She can't absorb her own Starbolts, and despite her name and that it's literally coming off her hair, Starfire has actually never been shown to absorb fire. Yes, fire can sometimes emit ultraviolet light, but that very much depends on the fuel source. And considering that Blaze's flames are red and they shoot out of her soul, it's unlikely Starfire would be able to absorb ultraviolet energy from them, or the energy of the Soul Emeralds, which are tied to that element.
Yeah.
Even assuming, arguendo, that Starfire can absorb the Soul Emerald's energy, there was way too much that could go wrong from that. Star could fall unconscious from the foreignness of the energy, or explode from the sheer amount of multiversal power, or the Soul Emeralds refusing to play nice. Blaze, on the other hand, could just quickly dip into another dimension for a safe recharge. Or, since Starfire—
Wait, but hang on, though, because, like, if she were to jump into a different dimension, that would mean she would be going out of the battle zone, which means that, like, that would just be a win for Starfire, technically. Because she went out the battlefield in the middle of a fight, you know?
Yeah, true.
Like, then again, like, you could maybe make an argument that it's, like, because of different time periods or, like, times or whatever, like, she can just be, like, gone for 1 second and then be back in another. Wouldn't that just still, like, mean, like, that would just be like, removed from the battlefield? By technicality?
It's me.
Starfire and Blaze are so similar, given that Blaze was able to seal Iblis within her based on merely connection to flames, it's almost 100% likely that Blaze would just seal Starfire away within her own soul, immediately, and anticlimactically, ending the fight.
Oh, it actually gets worse for Starfire. While she has strong resistance to mental manipulation, Starfire has consistently shown no resistances to spiritual or physical manipulation, including transmutation, meaning Blaze could just use ring time to turn Starfire into a ring. Yeah, I know, it's underwhelming, but Blaze has far too many achievable ways to debilitate Starfire or instantly end the fight, several of which she doesn't need to be in burning Blaze form to accomplish.
But hold on again, there's nuance to this one too. While Blaze has these abilities, they aren't her preferred option.
She started calling on me, huh?
She usually relies on brute force, with strategic thinking as a backup.
Sorry, someone had to say it.
It might take time for her to realize that she needs her more obscure powers to pull out the win, which could favor Starfire. Except Starfire shares a similar approach. Additionally, Blaze has shown increasing willingness to adapt and use her other abilities to buy time when needed. Blaze takes a strong edge in abilities.
But assuming Blaze doesn't get any chances to instantly end the fight, can she actually overpower Starfire?
Well, let's take a look at both our combatants' most cited stalemates. While Sonic and Blaze can be comfortably put on the same level, Corey and Diana can't. Not only was Corey on the back foot with Wonder Girl's help, Diana was holding back and was about to cut loose before they were interrupted. Against a serious Wonder Woman, Starfire's gonna lose. Hard.
Yeah.
Which is so not fair.
Starfire's incredible strength and durability varies greatly due to a multitude of factors, so her stats are tricky to lock down. The time Starfire held her own against other high-powered characters in the DC universe, such as Sinestro, Firestorm, or hell, even Superman, this was often due to unusual circumstances, such as her opponents holding back immensely, or they were weakened, subdued, or distracted by other fighters. Whether on her own or on a team, she's lost a fair few times against weaker characters in her universe.
But to be fair, that's usually because Starfire holds back too, and because 50 years of writers are always on the same page. Sure, Starfire's scaling is different since most of her feats
I swear she's
involve
going insane during this death battle.
downscaling from those losses still likely
I
put
love
her
it.
at multiverse.
I don't blame her.
In fact, a
I
relatively
don't
safe
blame her.
scaling chain through Connor Kent, a weakened Superboy Prime,
None of
and
us
a
do.
weakened Anti-Monitor puts her near infinite multiverse. Close, though not quite. Can Blaze actually top that?
Turns out, she can. While we don't see much of Burning Blaze, it is shown to be directly comparable to Supersonic, which is on a ridiculous level of power. Emerald Superforms have defeated superdimensional gods, which could erase all timelines and dimensions in the infinite sonic cosmology. Twice. Or foes who could create infinite dimensions. Heck, Blaze was able to directly defeat guys who could create dimensions transcending dimensions. Twice.
Even though he needed some help, Sonic could still defeat
Freaking
Gaia,
twice.
a being claiming to be infinite compared to all of Sonic's
Like
adversaries,
Hercademia?
including Solaris and the Time Eater. Even if we don't take the end at its word, you know, it's kind of a biased source, Burning Blaze still matches the tier of infinite multiverse versus Starfire's, at best, almost infinite multiverse. In a cosmic sort of way, one is technically bigger than the other.
If the end wasn't just gassing itself up, then that would make a single Chaos Emerald Superform, which, again, a Soul Emerald Superform matches, at minimum, more powerful than several infinities combined. And all of this is just from the video games. If we calculated her power using feats from the Archie comics,
It would bump Blaze up in power, but it would actually be an overall downgrade. It didn't showcase anything on the level of Supersonic's reality warping feats, despite them technically being capable of the same things. Archie Blaze's fire also requires oxygen, unlike Game Blaze, whose fire can burn underwater. She also loses a lot to really weak enemies.
that said, the Jeweled Scepter got a significant power boost as it actually protected her dimension from the Super Genesis wave, literally rewriting their infinite multiverses reality. So there's that, I guess.
Either way, it doesn't really matter. Blaze takes this one too. Maybe we're totally off our rockers and underestimating Starfire's power, especially with the Blue Lantern Rings boost. I'm very much on that side. But even then, it wouldn't change anything because she still can't outspeed Blaze or counter all of her win conditions. We were honestly expecting the result to be the other way around, especially me, considering Corey is Flame Princess Superman and Blaze is Flame Princess Sonic.
Almost. While Blaze is on par with Sonic in their narrative, in pretty much
Mid-drift.
every DC continuity, Starfire isn't
Like me
on
in
par with
Difficulty.
Superman. She says so herself. In fact, Starfire has openly admitted multiversal and/or godlike entities like Sinar, the Demiurge, and Darkseid are out of her league and should be handled by others such as Superman or the Green Lantern Corps. That's not to say she's weak. Far
Dang.
from it. She's just a relatively small fish in a really big pond.
Starfire's feats
Yeah.
place her near Blaze's
look at how
power
close
level
that
at the very least, but not enough to significantly overpower her or scale that high in the DC hierarchy. Has Star fought
The
characters
hierarchy
on
power.
that level? Absolutely. But does she scale high enough and reliably enough to make a difference against Blaze and overcome her abilities? Almost, but no.
In the end, Blaze's multiple paths to victory and more reliable power set edged out Starfire's formidable physiology and breadth of experience.
Some stars fade, but at least Corey went out in a blaze of glory.
The winner
Damn.
is Blaze the Cat.
Let's go, Blaze.
Yeah. Yo, what? Next time video.
Wait, hang on. There's a few more minutes left.
Wait.
What?
Oh.
They have a really long credit.
Wait, no.
What? Okay, what is this?
Hang on a second.
What are the Patreon shoutouts?
What the?
Wait, no.
Wait, what is this?
No.
A post credit scene?
Miss, are you well?
Hmm?
It is all right.
It's the
You
Teen
are
Titans
with a
Starfire.
friendly face.
You.
Wait a minute.
What?
What?
What the?
Yeah, I'll go fix it.
You fell out of that rift in dimensions. Whoever your opponent was,
Yo,
they
Brendan,
did
yeah,
not
my boy.
survive.
Aw.
See. The soul emeralds are missing again. I must find them immediately.
Oh, would you like the help?
I don't need.
Oh.
Actually, yes. I would be thankful for your aid.
Wonderful! I truly hope we can be the best of friends.
Wait, Carrick, my boy?
How do I always attract these types?
Who's Carrick?
Raccoon Rovier. Wait, pause. Okay. Okay, I literally just said not too long ago, I wish there was like an alternate ending where we actually see them as friends.
Yeah.
I got my wish, though. Thank God.
Yeah, he is.
Raccoon Bro VA.
He's the
that
from
guy.
the Death Battle community.
Third of the channel.
He's from the Death
Okay, wait, try to see if there's a
Battle.
post credit scene. We need to see like there's anything else.
A second. Careful.
Is there anything else?
I think. Wait, there might be.
Huh.
There might be.
Huh? What's this? Next time?
And the
In
underground.
the underground depths.
In the underground depths.
New team face the true hero.
Hero?
Old style
Old style victory?
Positivity?
Wait,
Or
no.
Wait, what?
Hold up.
Huh?
Wait,
huh?
Yo!
Huh?
Yo.
Okay.
I call it. We're getting more. We're getting more of this.
Getting
Oh, if
more.
only Ben was there.
We're getting more.
Holy.
Okay. All right.
Let's go!
All right.
That wait. That.
All right,
Wait,
John.
hang on. Wait.
Okay,
Wait.
like, honestly, bro, okay. I don't know why, but now I feel more motivated to actually get into Undertale. It's been on my list for far too long, but what?
Wait.
That's crazy.
Wait a minute. Are they gonna like
What?
make? Are they gonna use like combine all feats from every single path and do an Undertale? Because that would really like buff up Undyne if it did.
But it ain't got nothing on my Go Xenon.